Good morning students. Welcome to Sheba Group of School online class. Our subject economic. So today we are going to see the chapter 12 mathematical methods for economics. So we would have think why maths is included in the economic. So let us discuss about this in this chapter. The master economics must possess a rare combination of gifts. He must be a mathematician, historian, statesman, philosopher to some degree. So this who is said, J.M. Keynes, he said like this one. So learning objectives to understand why mathematics is required for economic. Second point they have given to learn the knowledge of mathematical methods as a facility for self-expression not only in the descriptive economic but also in quantity economic, like that they have said. So let us see what the introduction they have given for this chapter. Economic analysis is a systematic approach. First one they have given about that determine the optimum use of scarce resources. First they said that to determine the optimum means use of scarce resources whatever it is. Second, choose available alternative and select the best alternative to achieve a particularly object. Second, they said that we have to choose. What we have to choose? That alternative, whatever it is available, in that we have to choose the alternative and we have to select the best. In that we have to select the best alternative to achieve a particular objective. To achieve a particularly objective, we have to select from the this one alternative sources. In that we have to select the best one. So mathematical methods are helpful for achieving the object of the economic analysis. So they have given this one the introduction and they have asked one question also. Why study mathematics? Why we have to study the mathematics in the economic? Like that they have asked us one question. The subject economics deal with many quantitative variables and functions in conception, production, distribution and policy making. Correct. So whatever the product we are producing, the production, then the productivity and then the conception, the quantity, that everything for distribution, for everything we must know the maths. If we know the maths, if you know, then only we can do this one everything easily. Hence the mathematical method would help economics to use the quantitative variable in a better way and to obtain accurate result. So we must know the max numbers, everything also it comes in that. So if they ask us, so how much they need for the product, how many product it required, so how much quantity it is required, for that everything max is required. Okay, so the lengthy and the descriptive economic content can be clearly set in simple notation, mathematical mode for clear and easy understanding. To understand clearly and easy means we must know the mathematical expressions they are given. So examples they are given. The number of pen demanded in a given time. So the pen is demanded in a given time in higher secondary school is 200. So when price is 0. For example, if one school, this from the higher secondary school, they said that in the particular period they need that 200 pen. They didn't say that the pen price, they didn't say. Only they want 200 pen. Okay. So this decrease by 10 for every one rise in the price of pen. So we must, if we want to give the 200 pen for the higher secondary school means the price we must know for the one pen. So here the max is required because of the number. Okay, so then only we can multiply. For example, one pen price 10 rupees means then 10 into 200 how much it is, like that. Okay, so here it is given. For example, it is expressed mathematically as Q is equal 200 means how much quantity they said they required 200. So one price of the pen is 10 rupees. So here Q is the quantity demand and P is the price. Thus large information can be expressed and communicated with the simple function and equation. So like that we have to put, then only we can find out the total price of the 200 pen. So to find out this one price of the 200 pen, here maths is required. Mathematics in economics. Sir William Pitt declared that he wanted to reduce political and economic matters in terms of number, weight and measures. He was the first one to use mathematics in economics. The first known writer to apply mathematical method to economic problem was Govina Ever. He was an Italian. Okay, so what they said, they try to say in that mathematics in economics means that William Pitt, he want to reduce the political and the economic matters. So how? In the terms of maybe in a number, yeah, maybe in the weight, yeah, maybe in the measures. And he was the first mathematician, okay, in the economic. So this you have to keep it in your mind. So now let us see the next one. Uses of mathematical methods in economics. So in economics, how did they use the mathematical method? Mathematical method வந்து economicல எப்படி யூஸ் பண்ணாங்கன்றத பத்தி பாப்போம். First they said that mathematical method helps to present the economic problem in a more prescriptive form. மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் மெத்தடை வந்து நல்ல ப்ரெசன்ஸாக எக்கனாமிக் ப்ராப்ளமில் கொண்டு வருதான். செகண்ட் வந்து மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் மெத்தட் ஹெல்ப் டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் எக்கனாமிக் கான்செப்ட். அதாவது மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் மெத்தட் வந்து இட் வாஸ் ஹெல்ப்ஸ் டு எக்ஸ்பிளைன் த எக்கனாமிக் கான்செப்ட் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது. Third, mathematical method help to use a large number of variables in the economic analysis. Then mathematical method help to quantify the impact or efforts of any economic activity implemented by a government or anybody. There are of course many other uses. So these are the four they have explained. One, it helps to present the economic problem. Second one, to understand the mathematical method to explain in the economic concept. And third one, mathematical method, it helps to the large number of variables in economic analysis. Last one they said that it helps to quantify the impact or efforts of any economic activity. எதெல்லாம் implement பண்றது, எதெல்லாம் government or anybody. These are the cause of many other uses. Now let us see about the function. So in function வந்து ஒரு definition கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. A function is a mathematical relationship in which the variable of dependent variables are determined by the value of one or more independent variables. இந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் ஆஃப் மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப் எதை வந்து டிபெண்ட் பண்ணியிருக்குன்னா வேரியபிள் நிறைய வெரைட்டியாக இருக்கிறதும் டிட்டர்மைன் த வேல்யூ ஆஃப் த ஒன் ஆர் மோர் இண்டிபெண்ட் வேரியபிள் தனிப்பட்ட முறையோ இல்லை டிபெண்டாக இல்லை இண்டிபெண்ட்டாக இருக்கிற வேரியபிளை பற்றியும் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. Functions with a single independent variable are called simple unirated function. There is one-to-one correspondent function which more than one independent variable are called multivariate function. The independent variable is often defined by x. The dependent variable is often defined by y. For example, y is function of x. Y வந்து என்ன ஃபங்க்ஷனாக கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னா x, which means y depend on x or the value of y is determined by the value of x. Mathematically என்ன பண்ணலாம், one can write y is equal f into x அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இந்த definition கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. So now let us move to the linear equation. A statement of relationship between two quantities is called an equation. Equation என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, a statement of relationship between two quantities. அது வந்து ஒரு equation சொல்கிறாங்க. In an equation is the largest power of the independent variable is 1, that is called a linear equation. Such equation which when graphed give the straight line. For example, y is equal 100 minus 10x. For a straight line there are two variables, namely x and y. X is called independent variable and y is called dependent variable. Y value increase by 1 unit, then the corresponding change into y. So value is called as the slope of the line. So slope of the line is also obtained by formula m is equal slope marginal change. Application in economics. By applying the above method, the demand and supply function are obtained. Demand இருந்தால் தான் அங்கே supply இருக்கணும். Already we are learning from the first chapter itself. So, demand function Q is equal F. I told you quality demand. F என்னது bracket போட்டு price. That means P means price. Where Q stands for quantity demand of a commodity and P is the price of that commodity. So supply function என்ன கொடுத்துருக்காங்கன்னா QS, that means quantity supply is equal price, where Q stands for quantity supplied of an commodity and P is the price of that commodity. In the example 12.1, the equation y is equal 5x plus 12 has been obtained. It is a linear function. Since slope is negative here, this function could be demand function அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. So here they have given the demand line and the supply line. Let us see about this one. Price minus quantity relationship is negative in the demand supply. Where P assumes 0, only 12 alone remains in the equation. This is called intercept or constant. So in the Marshallian analysis, money terms measured is y minus axis and physical unit are measured in x axis. Accordingly, price is measured in y axis and quantity demand is measured in x axis. For example, here it is given all the mathematical expressions only they have given. They have in this lesson. Okay, so find the supply function of a commodity such that the quantity supply is 0. In the supply function, if you see that the quantity supplied is 0, how much the quantity supplied? It is 0. So when the price is rupees 5 or below, the supply quantity increases continuously at the constant rate of 10 unit for each. 1 rupee rises when the price is above 5. Okay, so here what they are trying to say, the supply function of a commodity. நம்ம சப்ளை பண்ணுற ஒரு கம்யூனிட்டியோடைய குவான்டிட்டியோடைய சப்ளை வந்து 0ன்னு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அப்போ ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஃபார் ஐ செட், ஒரு பெண்ணுடைய ப்ரைஸ் வந்து 5ன்னா அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு 10 குவான்டிட்டி வேணும்னா 10 into 5 போட்டோம்னா அது எவ்வளோன்றது 50 rupees வந்துடும். ஓகேவா? ஸோ லைக் தட். So solution what they have given, to construct the linear supply function at least 2 points are needed. First data point of supply function is obtained from the statement that the quantity supplied is 0. When the price is rupees 5, that is 0, 5. The second and the third data point of supply function can be obtained from the statement that supply increased 10 units from each 1 rupee rises in the price, that is 10, 6, otherwise 20 into 7. This is the demand line, children. See here it is given. That means 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 times. This is the quantity demand. Okay, how much quantity it is required? This is quantity 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This is the quantity demand. And here 1, 2, 3. This is the price demand. Okay, so I told you. For example, 2 pen is required. 2 rupees is the price of the 1 pen, and 2 pen is required. That means 2 into 2. That means like that. Here it is given. So if you need more than 2 means you can miss the price level maybe 2 rupees 50 paisa means whatever it is. If they need 12, according to that only we can calculate and you can say the price of the pen. Okay, so this they have explained in the demand line. Listen children, here I have given just written about the demand function. Okay, just keep it in your mind. Demand function. So the Q is for that quantity, how much quantity is required, and D it is mentioned here as an demand. That means how much quantity demand, okay, is equal F into price. That means P means that is price for how much quantity is required, and then demand is required. According to that only price we used to calculate according to that how much it is required. So where Q and D, that means quantity demand, stands for the quantity demand. QD means it stands for the quantity demand of a commodity, and P is the price of that commodity. I told you it may be a pen, it may be a water bottle, it may be a book, whatever it is, how much quantity it is required. அதாவது 50 books வேணுமா இல்லை 50 பென் வேணுமா, 50 water bottle வேணுமா, அதுதான் Q and D. That means quantity demand. So that price for a first single புக்குக்கு எவ்வளோ ப்ரைஸ்ன்னு போட்டு அதுலேருந்து ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஒரு புக்குடைய ப்ரைஸ் வந்து 10 rupees. அப்போது உங்களுக்கு எத்தனை புக் வேணும் 50 புக் வேணும்னா 10 into 50 போட்டு எவ்வளோ ஆன்சர் வருதோ ஸோ அக்கார்டிங் டு தட் இப்போ ஒரு புக்குடைய ப்ரைஸ் 50யா அப்போ உனக்கு ஒரு 50 புக் வேணுமா ஸோ 50 into 50 ஸோ அப்படி கால்குலேட் போட்டு அதனுடைய ஆன்சரை ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் பண்ணுறது ஓகேவா ஸோ தட் ஒன்லி இட் இஸ் மென்ஷன் இன் திஸ் த டிமாண்ட் ஃபங்க்ஷன். So let us recall children, today we saw that mathematical method for economics la enna paathom nambo introduction kudutanga, then why we used to study the mathematics they said because for the quantity production evlo quantity நம்ம send பண்றோம் so price போட்டு அதை வந்து calculate பண்ணி எவ்வளோ ஆன்சர் find out பண்ணனும்னா we must know the max. Okay va, so mathematics in economics what did we saw? William Pitt, he declared he want to reduce the political economic matters. So who was the first person to introduce this one? The first known writer to apply the mathematical method யார் நம்ம சொன்னதுன்னா கோவினா ஏவோ அப்படிங்கிறவர். he was an Italian. ஓகேவா, இட்டாலியன் பர்சன் அவர் தான் வந்து இதை ஃபஸ்ட்டு கொண்டு வந்தார். ஓகேவா, ஸோ மேத்தமெட்டிக்கல் மெத்தட் எக்கனாமிக்கில் எதுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் சொன்னோம், டெஃபினிஷன் பார்த்தோம் நம்ம. தென் அப்ளிகேஷன் இன் எக்கனாமிக்கில் வந்து டிமாண்ட் and the supply function பற்றி நம்ம பார்த்தோம். So I hope children you all would understand today's video class. We will meet in the next class. Thank you.